Hello there, friends. How are you doing today?
Hello there, mate. How are you doing? Because I'm absolutely fine. I mean, it's been a full minute and I haven't heard someone say something really stupid about atheism yet. Fingers crossed we can make it to like 5 minutes before someone comes along and does a big dumb all over the place and I have to clean it up yet again. I'm like some sort of stupid janitor. And if you're wondering in what way I mean that, yes.
Monday, October 22nd, 2024. It's about 20 degrees Celsius, pushing 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Who gives a shit? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just how I am. But seriously, what is it with some people and the desperate need to tell you the time, date, and temperature? Reminds me of my granddad who answers the phone with his phone number, which was something that maybe 20 years ago was a good idea, but he still fucking does it to this day. Nobody has any idea what number they're calling anymore. When I phone him, it just seems like a bombardment of random, unrelated numbers, leaving me afraid and confused. I'm only kidding. I don't call him or anyone in my family. They have me blocked.
It is just an amazing, beautiful fall day. It's like summer.
Well, isn't that nice, you goddamn show-off? Because I live in the UK and the summer isn't even like summer. We're lucky to get a total of 2 days of sun. And you can tell it's one of those days because every single unattractive dude in the country suddenly decides to take their shirt off with zero shame. It's wild. And I'm not a prude. I just have eyeballs.
And not a cloud in the sky. Sorry for the loud noise in the background. Someone's doing some mowing.
Oh, do not worry about it. It is fine. I am more concerned with the noise in the foreground. Not that it isn't wonderful to hear you brag about clouds and shit, but A, I want you to get to the point, and B, when you do, it's going to be really silly. You know how I can tell? Well, these videos don't happen by accident, I'll tell you that for free. Although, can you imagine? Whoopsie, I slipped, fell, and did an a Sir Sick video. Same thing, really.
Because they figure it's summertime to do some mowing, I guess. I thought I would put together a short video for you, mostly in response to this gentleman by the name of LGPI314.
Short? Dude, it's like 25 minutes long. That is an episode of a TV show or a short film kind of length. I would hate to find out what long means in your book. And don't worry, we're only covering a bit of it. The most smartest bit, of course. My smart is like your short. It basically means the opposite.
Pi 314, very clever. He knows the first 3 digits of pi. And LG, probably his initials or something else, whatever.
Quite the in-depth analysis of his name, as deep and meaningful as it is fucking pointless, if not more so. Also, how do you know any of that is accurate? I mean, 314 could mean literally anything, like that's the amount of bottles of whiskey I inhale every second. Alright, that's not fair. It's probably way higher. And LG, that could be Lucky Gold Star. What? It could be a TV company, you don't know.
And so, just like most, I've had hundreds of comments over the past year or two or past months.
Okay, I don't want to be like a big time YouTuber about this, but that is adorable. Because in 2 years, I get at least 7 more than that. But to be fair, that is probably because I turn up on the hour to reply to as many comments as I can, including such great responses as damn, oof, and of course, shocked face emoticon. I know, my responses are very eloquent. You are welcome.
From atheists, and 99% of them are anonymous. This is something you'll find about atheists. They want to remain anonymous. They want to remain hidden, right?
Okay, first off, that's not even true. There are plenty of outwardly open atheists who use their names, show their faces, and what have you. But even if every atheist everywhere didn't want you to know their name, face, social security number, or anything else about them, you might take that as them being scared of something. And okay, let's assume that's right. I don't know about you. If I thought people were scared to have an opinion, it might be because there's people out there who want to hurt them for having that opinion. And considering atheism is literally a personal belief that does not hurt anyone, did it ever occur to you that you might be part of that problem? Of course, since it's not even true of all atheists, that's not really the reason, at least not for me. The reason I don't show my face is because you will all perish upon witnessing my unholy visage, tremble at its ultimate handsomeness, weep as your skin rends from your very body.
And it goes along with the overall character, I would say, of atheists. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. So
the character of us, eh? Okay, but and here's the really important bit. What does it do to our arguments? Does it make them wrong? Does it change the factual basis for things that we say? Does it warp reality around itself and make statements about science or the natural world untrue by virtue of there being no face attached to them? Because if so, science is f***ed. I mean, look at all these textbooks. Not a face among them. Thus, all inherently wrong. And furthermore, this Bible, not even a photo of the author. Makes you wonder just how wrong this thing must be.
As most anonymous trolls are, they want to try and trigger you, and they want to try and be a nuisance of themselves, and they're very good at doing that.
So, atheists are all anonymous trolls trying to make a nuisance of ourselves. You know, I get that accusation levied at me from time to time, and I find it funny because it's only ever said to me here on this channel. You know, a place that's for me to say things that I want to say. I actually leave people alone for the most part. And yes, responding to a video counts as leaving them alone. I'm actually allowed to make fun of silly things that people say, but I'm not doing it where they are, and I honestly hope none of you go and do that either. They aren't going to listen. They don't need your attention. It's lose-lose. But yeah, the irony of being called a nuisance by someone being annoying at me is almost as beautiful as I am.
But I wanted to mention, I already made a video in the past about the different types of atheists.
Oh, you did you? Well, I will definitely have to think about going and checking that out, but immediately forgetting that you made it, and then come back a year later, seeing it, and be like, damn, why the f*** didn't I cover this stupid shit before? Hey, don't judge me. Being a moron is part of my process.
And so I'm going to briefly go over those as well, but I'm going to cut straight to the chase. The easiest response, I believe, for atheists.
Well, before you do that, I have to ask, what makes you think that an easy answer is a good one? I mean, seriously, this comes back to the whole X thing proven or disproven in 3, 4, or at most 5 minutes that theists so wearily often do. No, you really haven't proven shit in 5 minutes. Almost nothing can be proven true or false in such a short amount of time, especially when it runs counter to, you know, the science. That's for damn sure. The amount of evolution destroyed in 3-minute shit that turns out to be person doesn't know anything about anything is, well, it's 100% of them. I wonder why.
Is to say good luck with your atheism.
Really? That's your brilliant, easy answer to atheists? Are you fucking kidding me? What an absolute nothing of a point. You know what you are doing there is actually saying, hi, I can't refute any points. I can't argue you into any position, and I know it. I am completely unprepared and incapable of having a conversation with you. So I'm not even gonna try. But for some reason, I think that none of that is true, and that this is actually a smart point, because when I say it, people tend to leave. But no, dude, they do that because they realize that you are an absolute waste of time. It is not the slam dunk that you think it is on anyone but yourself.
And if you've seen some of my responses in the past, that's a response that I very often reply with.
Yeah, I am entirely unsurprised by that. You seem the sort who, when backed into a corner, doesn't know what to do, so immediately gives up. I can tell because you fucking said so with this admission. Seriously. And considering you say it so much, apparently, I imagine that it happens with some real hardballs like, so why exactly do you believe that then? Or do you really think that God is real? And you just run out of the room screeching, good luck with your atheism? F*** it, I'd actually pay to see that.
You know, atheists, you really cannot change their mind.
Are you actually fucking joking. A not insignificant portion of atheists, especially the vocal ones, are literally ex-religious. If there isn't a more changed mind, then there's totally a God, and I think I'm talking to him directly as well. Turning to, oh right, turns out that's bollocks. I really don't know what is. And even if we ignore them, in my experience, atheists are often very open to new information. They will regularly change their stance on a topic if new factual information is presented to them. The problem that I think you are having when you present them with a bunch of biased bullshit, they go, nah bruh, that's not true, is it? And then you say good luck with your atheism, wondering aloud as you run away why these atheists are so stubborn and set in their ways. Perhaps if you can't convince any atheist of anything, you might be the common denominator. You know, 'cause you're stupid.
They have this psychological need to have this kind of secret knowledge, you know, that they're smarter than everybody else. And
Projection, thy name is. I've no idea and I'm not even going to check, but me, are you kidding? So you think that people who reject the claim of people who often literally claim that they have been gifted knowledge of a super secret level of reality and are best friends with the person who administers that reality, that no, it's actually the people who say that you're full of shit are claiming secret knowledge. The only knowledge I ever see most atheists claiming to have is the stuff you can fucking learn at school. You only think it's some secret voodoo shit when they can actually explain a function of the universe because you're too damn ignorant to even know how to check that shit. At least that would be my guess.
they have all these reasons why that they don't believe in God and all that kind of stuff.
Wait. Are you telling me that they have reasons for not believing in God? Well, that's it right there. Proof positive. They are wrong. I mean, everyone knows that the only way to have a true belief is to have absolutely no reason for holding said belief. And God literally forbid that it be a good reason too. No, only the worst reasons that you don't even know about or how to explain are correct. No wonder this guy is so good at godding.
The bulk of atheists out there are
handsome, famous, and good at the sex. No, that's just me. And possibly you if you join the Sir Sick Whiskey Club. I mean, I'm not saying that joining any of these tiers will definitely make you any of these things, but it will definitely make me at least a little bit drunk. I mean, what else am I supposed to spend the money on? Feeding my kids? They already ate last week. No, I'm not some neglectful asshole. They're cosmic horrors too. Where exactly do you think that last week goes?
in particularly atheists towards the Christian God, right?
First off, atheist, I'm keeping that. Second, no, we are not. What you galaxy intellects fail to grasp is that when you are talking to someone about your fake God, they are going to engage with the fake God that you are talking about. So your first problem is one of basically confirmation bias. You think that atheists you talk to only don't believe in your thing because they only talk to you about your thing when you talk to them about it. But it's also a case of, even outside of that, you're an English speaker in the West. Most atheists you see are going to be talking about the G-man of your book because they are almost certainly surrounded by that thing. It's going to come up because duh.
And this is common across the spectrum.
The spectrum? Spectrum of what exactly? You mean all these kinds of atheists? No, I mean, ask any of them how they feel about any other god. They aren't going to be keen, I bet. And if you talk to an atheist in a country where Crimsbianity isn't the main one that is everywhere all the fucking time, I'll bet they will talk about that one instead. In fact, I bet the religious folks of those countries think just as stupidly as you do. The atheists are obsessed with the religion they are surrounded by and is considered the default worldview to have here. That must prove how right it is. It doesn't, but that's only because you're all wrong.
If you look at Richard Dawkins' writings, 99% of his argument is against the Christian God.
Well, again, that's the one that he would have the most familiarity with. Same with a lot of atheists. But if you immersed us in another culture, with whatever religion and the ability to engage with their arguments, aka probably remove language barriers, they are going to argue against all the silly shit that religion says as well. But the fun part is, and the reason it really doesn't fucking matter, is that a lot of the arguments against a lot of Christian claims, at least the broader ones, apply to any type of god and its surrounding mythos, because they're all ultimately the same thing. In fact, to use your words you brought up for no reason because you probably don't know what it actually means, they are all on a spectrum. It's just various shades of bullshit.
Now, there was an exception with Christopher Hitchens. I read his book, God is Not Great, and he wasn't as afraid to come out against harshly towards Islam.
Well, apparently you are. Fucking hell, it took you a while to get to that. And dude, really, just Hitchens. Again, ask an atheist what they think of the accuracy of Islam. It's going to be pretty fucking low. And just from an atheist creator standpoint, I could be wrong, but I imagine you go to most, if not all, long-standing atheist channels on whatever platform, and you will find opinions and criticisms about that religion and its factual claims. You certainly will find no shortage on my channel. But again, it is not even close to my main content because it's just not that relevant to me or the people around me. So it doesn't come up as much. It would be really weird if it did.
That's very rare. Very, very rare.
Says you, Mr. doesn't seem to know or have heard of any atheists apart from some mega famous ones and some random fucking guy who commented at him and he just dismissed instead of actually rebutting anything he had to say. And also he doesn't know what the word short means.
Probably mostly because they don't understand the Quran or they've never read the Quran.
Oh, let me guess. Do you know and understand the Quran then? In its entirety, I bet. Its entirety consisting of a few very select bits that you think if you say them enough times will have any fucking effect on what any freaking Muslim believes.
But be that as it may, most atheists are antagonistic towards the Christian God.
Listen, I wouldn't be so antagonistic toward the guy if he wasn't such a dick. Also, the country with the most atheists in it is likely China. And considering their most popular religion is Buddhism, what do you think the chances are that the main thing they talk about is Christianity? I mean, you would probably think it's really, really high, but that's because you're a dumbass, mate. Just to let you know if you didn't already.
And that shows...
that you do, in fact, have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Yeah, we know, mate.
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the...